And we continue learning Musar Yomi with this wonderful Hachsei Yomi program. We're holding in the 13th chapter, the first chapter, dealing with Prishas. We like to dedicate tonight's shir to our close friend as Refuah Shlema for Yitzchak ben Devoyer Rezel, B'siyata Deshmaya, the learning of the entire Chabura, the Avodas HaMidos of the entire Chabura, should bring Yitzchak ben Devoyer Rezel an incredible Refuah Shlema and success, Hatzlacha, in his incredible endeavors as he comes closer and closer to Hashem. So we're holding on, page 286, says the Ramchal, Acha Prishas Harahu. What is bad Prishas? Till now he explained why Prishas is good. But says the Mesilas Yesharim, when we began learning about Prishas, we learned that there's a certain type of Prishas which is not desirable. But Derech HaScholim is when one abstains, but in a silly, in a sichlistic manner, in a foolish manner. They not only avoid taking what they do not need, they deprive even the essentials. That is silly. And they subject their body to affliction and terrible behaviors, which Hashem does not want at all. Hashem maybe wants us to come closer. However, not to abstain even from that which is permitted, not to abstain even from the essentials. The opposite. That's what's forbidden, to pain yourself. It says with regard to tzedakah, if you need to take tzedakah and you don't, you're like a murderer. Similarly says a living being, the soul. What does this pasuk refer to? We have an obligation to keep alive the beautiful neshama that Hashem gave us. And further the Gemara there says, to fast, you're called a sinner. Matzi mitzayin nafsha is referred to someone who's not able. If you're not able to handle it, then it's called an aveira to try to do such. And we continue, says the Ramchal, with regard to taking care of the body, he says, Hillel, one who gives to his soul is considered an ish chesed. To give to yourself is benevolence. What does that mean? Eat in the morning. You have to have a good breakfast. Wash your face and your hands for the sake of your Creator when you get up. And certainly, the way to care for kings, etc. If someone was told you're going to visit the king, of course he'd wash himself up. Similarly, someone's coming to daven, someone who's serving the king of all kings. Concludes the Ramchal and concludes this chapter. From here we learned an incredible rule with regard to Prishas. Whatever is not essential in this world, it's appropriate to abstain. And anything which is essential for whatever reason, once you need it, once we determine it's called essentials, then you're a sinner. So of course, it's a very fine line. To get too much is not good, to get too little is too good. We got to try to toe this line of ikar, of what is mukhrach, of what is essential. And this is the reliable rule. However, to evaluate this, is only to one with sound judgment, one who has the right outlook, the right pichos, according to the wisdom, person will be praised. Says it's impossible to write down all the details to understand how to figure out what is exactly essential or not. And a person's mind cannot necessarily encompass everything. Each thing in its own time. And the truth is, with that we really conclude this chapter. And a bit of a reminder, like we said, Prishos is not for everyone. It's the second part of this sefer. But of course, when it is for everyone, it's continuously try to learn, to try to inculcate inside ourselves a bit of Kadesh Artscroll and Mutalach, a little bit of abstaining as we move further and further in this incredible journey on the ladder of Reb Pinchas ben Yair.